Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces, 222, Saturday, December 14th, 2019. I'm going to do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. I'm going to try to do this quickly because I'm actually running a little bit behind this morning. So, if you have signed up for the private, if you signed up for the private event tonight, the mini reads, be on the lookout for an email close to about 8 p.m. I'll send you the link once I go live. If you're still interested, this week is already booked, but I am taking for next week as well. So if you want to participate in that, just send me an email, divinepisces222@gmail.com, and we'll get it going for you, okay? Alright, so very quickly here, first card we've got out today is fire. So yeah, a lot of triggers still kind of going back and forth right now. I feel it's like really, really intense right now, I feel a lot of anxiety though. I feel a lot of anxiety, but a lot of like anxiety to move. It's more like anticipation as opposed to full-on anxiety. So it's almost like, you know that feeling? Like when you get to the top of the roller coaster hill and right before you go down, you like get that butterfly feeling. That's what I feel like is happening here. It's almost like it's going back and forth between the twins. There's like this really strong sense of anticipation, like something's going to happen. And I think, I do feel it's actually because of the triggers, or I'm sorry, because of the shifts that are happening right now. There's a lot that's kind of going on, right? I also feel obviously a lot of sexual energy coming through here. And drive. I do feel like a renewed passion for, I definitely feel this is for Divine Feminine, like a renewed passion for, like a project or something that maybe Divine Feminine's been working on and she kind of took a break and is back to it, right? There's like a renewed fire for it. Also feel that the 5D communication is very, very strong right now. Dreams, telepathy, song messages, downloads from source, that sort of thing. So I do feel a lot more information still coming in, and that could be why a lot of twins are triggered right now as well. You can get you can get messages from source that trigger you. You can get aha moments that trigger you. You can get information. You can get communication, 5D communication from your twin. That can trigger you. You know, so just keep in mind, you know, the triggers aren't always. Don't always come in the form of 3D contact. Sometimes it comes in 5D contact, right? Because we're still going through, you know, awakenings, ascensions, that sort of thing. And yeah, triggers, definitely. So if you're feeling that sense of anticipation, if you're feeling anxiety, any sort of fear, any doubt, that sort of thing, I would definitely work on solar plexus first because that's your trigger chakra. And then root chakra, okay? And then I also would just pay attention to some of the information that you're getting, and it could be what's triggering you right now, and if that's the case, you know, again, try to clear that out. I would do solar plexus before heart chakra to kind of calm that down, because once you're triggered, it kind of goes through the heart chakra. You don't, if your heart chakra is closed, though, you might want to open that up, but, you know, you're probably feeling the effects of the purging and that sort of thing, so that's why I say calm the solar plexus first to kind of get that fear and anxiety taken care of, and then you can kind of deal with the purging. You can kind of deal with the emotions that come up, right? So Pisces coming up here again, and again, it's more of like a, this time, like a, almost like a magician, like manifestation. Like I feel like both twins right now are very much like in the astral, in their heads, like trying to manifest things, trying to manifest good things in their lives, trying to disconnect from the things in their lives that are toxic, energetically, and trying to lift the vibrations, trying to kind of embrace the spiritual aspect of this journey, right? Because the 3D aspect is very tiresome, right? So I do feel a lot of twins kind of reverting to daydreaming, you know. I feel a lot of also very intense dreams probably here recently, especially since we just had the full moon. So I'd say very intense dreams, probably very, very vivid. Even if you don't normally, sorry, I got like a, I hate this so much. probably like, I don't know, like almost like wanting to escape, right? Like wanting to escape the 3D, so kind of like going into the dream world. So you got to be careful with that. You really want to balance that out, right? You don't want to spend too much time in your head, right? You want to make sure you're balancing that out, you know. But you got to do what you got to do. If you feel like you need to detach from something that's unstable or something like that, you got to do what you got to do to kind of help yourself. But try not to get trapped in that, because that in itself can be a codependency. That within itself can be an addiction. Trust me, I know. I lived in my head for years. Just trying to escape everything around me and wanting to just like not even want to deal with it. So I just lived in my head. I'm a Pisces. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I've learned how to balance that out quite a bit. But I do feel, again, a lot of twins just feeling really insecure right now. And then that could be, you know, that trigger that's coming through, solar plexus, you know, that anxiety that's kind of coming through. Just a lot of feeling off balance, insecure right now. I would say Divine Feminine, you know, is really kind of understanding this, and I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines are feeling this, so they're trying to balance it out, and it's really, really difficult right now because Divine Masculine is still in a state of confusion for the most part. So the energy is kind of going back and forth, and I do feel it's throwing Divine Feminine for a loop here. Divine Feminine's like, I feel like another wave. Uh-oh. Wow, that really skipped, didn't it? Wow, that was weird. Divine Truth, I think. Anyway, I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are kind of, you know, I kind of went through that phase there for a while where Divine Feminine was like doubting a lot of stuff. Right. I feel like that's kind of coming back, and it's not, I mean, it's not a failure. You just, every now and then you kind of go through these periods, you know, and then you realize, no, I'm good. It's just your ego being a butthole. Let's be honest. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Masculine. Yeah. Alright. So, Divine Masculine, I do feel, is in this energy of really trying to manifest the happiness for the future for himself right now. And he doesn't know how to do it. It's like he knows he has to, or he knows he wants to. He feels the need to, feels the push to, feels the trigger to make some changes in the situation that he's in. You know, that could be addiction, it could be a job, could be a karmic relationship, could be family, whatever, you know, a karmic situation. I feel just a lot of overwhelming sadness coming from Divine Masculine right now. This really should be kind of upside down, honestly, because, I mean, Divine Masculine, you know, it's probably been in the situation, whatever, for a really long time, and it's become very comfortable. And I feel like here recently some things have been blown wide open. Maybe some truths have been revealed in the karmic situation. And I feel like, you know, again, you know, the universe is trying to come in and basically disrupt this cozy illusion that he's in. Right, and to help him understand that his happiness, again, is not tied to someone else's happiness. It's not what love is, right? So it's like, and my masculine feels like, you know, he's put all this effort into this situation, whatever it is. He's put all this time, all this energy, built this foundation, built it up, right? And he feels like it's a waste of time. So he feels really defeated right now. Right? Feels really defeated, really burdened, and it's triggering. It's very triggering. And I feel a lot of self-deprecation, a lot of self-hate right now. And a lot of anger and frustration with oneself here. You know, which, you know, it happens when you hit a tower. So yeah, Divine Masculine going through a tower right now. And it's basically, yeah, it's trying to blow this wide open here. And it's definitely triggered Whatever this catalyst was that, or this trigger that started this tower, was pretty intense for Divine Masculine, right? Because there's a lot of regret here. There's a lot of sorrow, a lot of depression. And again, you know, Divine Masculine's feeling tired. He's tired of the towers. He's tired of feeling drained. Tired of the triggers, tired of the drama, tired of the back and forth, tired of the inner conflict, tired of the external conflict, whatever it may be, you know. And some of them are tired of the connection, but some of them are viewing the connection as like a safe space too. So that's kind of where, you know, Pisces is coming in here, where I was saying, you know, a lot of twins are in their heads trying to escape what's going on in their 3D life, so to speak, by going within their heads. You know, Divine Masculines, a lot of them are doing that. It's like that's their safe space. That's where they go. Which could explain the uptick in 5D communication, dreams, telepathy, and that sort of thing. Okay? But yeah, Divine Masculine's feeling really left out in the cold. And of course we've got 2 5s here, and we've got two 10s and 2 5s. It's 3. So, yeah, Divine Masculine feeling really, really tired, really drained, and really left out in the cold. And I do feel some of them, their karmic situation, whatever it may be, is ending. And although it's like inside they kind of wanted it to, they didn't initiate the ending, right? So they're feeling left out in the cold by a karmic situation. They could be a person, it could be a job, whatever. Okay, so yeah, I do feel that that's happening. So cycles are ending whether they want them to or not. Most of them actually want to. It's almost like they manifest. See, here's the thing. It's almost like Divine Masculine has been so unhappy for so long. He knows what he needs to do. He's been manifesting the ends, but at the same time, when it actually happens in the 3D, just saw 1331, that was interesting. He's like holding on, because like the ego part of him is like, no, you don't want to do this, it's scary. But you know, his higher self is like, no, you've been manifesting this. You've been manifesting the ending of this cycle, and you haven't been doing anything about it in the 3D, so I'm helping you here. Right? Where the ego's like, no, higher self bad. So it's almost like Divine Masculine almost feels guilty for wanting cycles to end, for wanting the situation to end, and now that it's actually happening, and, you know, whether, again, it's a person, a job, whatever, that it's actually ending, they're freaking out. They're in freak out mode, and in guilt mode. Like a lot of them, again, feel really guilty for wanting the cycles to end, and now that it's ending, they're like, oh my god. See what I'm saying? So it's like they manifested the end of it without realizing they did, and now it's just kind of like, oh my god, it's ending, right? Freak out mode. It's a Divine Feminine. Yeah. Leap. I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are leaping. It's not just me. Okay? A lot of Divine Feminines are leaping. They're leaving karmic situations. They've had enough. You know? They don't want to deal with that anymore. Some Divine Feminines do feel like they've wasted some time in their situations, and they're done with that. They don't want to feel like they're wasting time anymore. Right? Now, you know, there's no such thing as wasted time. Honestly, there's no failure. Like, you learn something from the experience. Don't sit there and dwell on the fact that it was a waste of time, because it wasn't. Right? I mean, my decades-long relationship, not a waste of time. It really wasn't. I learned a lot about myself. I had some good times. Like, I have a daughter. Like, I can't really complain about that. You know, I got to the point where the energy was siphoning from me, and I was just done, right? So, you know, that's part of regret, is thinking it's a waste of time, or it was a waste of time. Don't think that way. Live every day without regrets. You won't regret it. Anyway, so yeah, Divine Feminine, done being stuck. Boom. Done being stuck. She's like, yeah, I don't want to feel trapped anymore. I just don't, you know. Doing some self-reflection and like, yeah, you know, this is what I need to do. I'm tired of you know, these endless cycles over and over and over again. And I want my happiness. I want my 10 of cups. You know, and it doesn't lie here. Divine Feminine's like, I have to move. I have to get myself in a situation where I can manifest my happiness, because where I'm at right now, the energy is not. And it's skipping again. Oh my goodness. Wow, guys. What is happening? This is serious divine truth going on right now. Alright, are we done now? Anyway, so yeah, Divine Feminine, you know, the energy she was in, the situation she was in, is not conducive for manifesting and not conducive for anything, right? I do feel a little, still some triggers, you know, definitely some triggers with Divine Feminine right now. Like I said, you know, she's kind of in this energy of, there's a little bit of doubt coming in. So it could be coming from Divine Masculine, okay, and it's reflecting, okay? So keep that in mind, because both twins are triggered right now, okay? So try not to let that happen. I know it's kind of easier said than done, but again, like, there's a fire lit up under, you know, Divine Feminine's asked to move, so she's moving, she's jumping, she's done. She's like, okay, yeah, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. Right? If I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. Right? Because I've been in an uneven exchange for a really long time. Don't want to do it anymore. Don't want to be codependent. Don't want someone codependent on me. Now, in my situation, it's going to be hard for me to make a clean break, but eventually I will be completely done. But, you know, I got to do what's best for my daughter. She needs a place to stay, right? So I need to make sure that the house doesn't go under. You know, so that's part of my karmic situation. I'm still kind of going through that, right? My contract is not done, you know, but I understand the uneven exchange, and I understand that, right? So recognizing the uneven exchange and wanting to do something about it, you know, that's the first step, is recognizing that there's a problem, right? Recognizing the toxicity, recognizing the codependency, recognizing that you need to get out of that, right? And stop letting people hold stuff over your head. Don't let them hold emotions over your head. Don't let them pull those strings, right? Don't let them hold money over your head. Sex. Don't let them hold sex over your head. Don't let them hold manipulation and fear over your head. Right? It's time to make a decision, Divine Feminine. And she's done. She's done making that decision. She's no longer in indecision. She knows what she needs to do. Right? Because she's been manifesting it. Just like Divine Masculine. She's been manifesting the ending of these cycles. Still a little bit of guilt coming in, but, you know, a little bit of back and forth. Still some ties to, like, 3D stuff, I would definitely say. Right? But I feel like it's coming together for Divine Feminine little bit by little bit, right? Now let's get some messages. And again, you could be ending cycles, you know, with your divine counterpart too. Okay, it doesn't have to be a karmic situation. But I do feel a lot of karmic situations are ending. Boom, there you go, right? It just kind of, yeah. Yep. Yep. A lot of regret. Alright. Let's get some messages and advice, and then I'll leave it there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely feeling a hunger for something different, hunger for something new. And of course we got the full moon here, which is significant, right? So definitely hungering for change here. Both twins are hungering for change, and some twins are running out of patience here. Like, and that's part of the doubt and the fear and the anxiety that's coming in. Anticipation, you know, waiting for something to change, but you can't wait. You have to make it happen, right? And manifestation does work. It does, but you still have to, you know, when you manifest something, the how will show itself. You have to pay attention to when the how shows itself. Does that make sense? And then go with it. Yeah, go with it. Right? Assessing what's coming through, assessing the messages that are coming through, and making sure that you're not in ego when you make a decision, right? so that you can move forward, so that you can ascend. And that's how that works, right? And accepting things the way that they are for right now, right? Accepting things, releasing, surrendering, right? It's all the same thing, all right? That being said, again, if you're in a situation where, maybe your divine counterpart is abusive or something like that, you shouldn't stay just because they're a soul connection. And I've said that before. Do not stay in an abusive situation. Get out of that, okay? You still love them anyway, okay? You still love them anyway. But you don't sit there and take abuse, okay? But Divine Feminine, especially, I do feel is really trying to manifest her abundance right now. And, Divine Masculine will get there. I do feel a lot of them are trying to build their foundations. They are trying to work, right? But you really need trust in what's going on right now. Everything that's happening right now is supposed to happen for a reason, okay? And you're being guided, you're being protected right now during this process, okay? So you just need to trust it, all right? Everything will work out. Everything will happen the way that it should, okay? There's no reason to feel any fear. There's no reason to feel any doubt. Because it's fine, right? It's all fine. Alright guys, well thank you so much for joining me. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye.